Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Tech Medic. Thank you for joining me today. Today's video is going to be about groceries, where to find your eggs, water, cooking oil, salt, sugar, and many other things, including cooking recipes that have already been completed and are very good at healing you at a mid-range health. So, as you can see here, we have these platforms. These platforms are located all over the world. They usually come with a grindstone, a bonfire, as well as many different odds and ends. You're going to get 3 to 4 cooking oils. You're going to also get some water, salt, sugar, and of course you're going to get a chest. Now this chest has the potential to have 10 pieces of cooked food. Now this is food that will heal you for 300 to 320, sometimes even 360 HP recipes will be in this chest. But not only that, you're going to find ingredients in bulk. That's going to be eggs, water, cooking oil. It's going to be a combination of them, plus meat and vegetables. So it's really good to go ahead and map these on your map. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we get. As you can see there, we got some meat soup, lean meat, lentils, 4 salt, and 9 water, on top of the 4 water that is located on top of the board here. So this is quite a bit of ingredients, and of course we're also going to get a Palmar pill. And these are going to be located all around the map. As you can see here, I'm all the way up in Payloon, but down south, located near to your base, we have a number of different sites. I'm going to go over these real quick. So we've got one here. This is located by the Hernan Highlands Cave, where you can find diamonds as well. And of course, Hernan Highlands, there's going to be a giant tree here in which you can go ahead and pick up some supplies. Down here, north of the Ruined Chapel, there's a location there, the Reed Devil Boss here. West of the Sanctum of Absolution. And of course, in the mountains, north of Fort Warspike, this one's on a cliff ledge, and this one's right across the river on the hill. And of course, you've got many more points of interest. As you can see here, you can pause the video. But that's about it for the south. Now that we know that we can get water and everything else like that, also keep in mind that there are other recipes that are really good for stamina, like Delesian wine. So we're going to go take a look at a honey spot where you can collect massive amounts of honey. You're probably asking yourself right now, what is Delesian wine? Why is it important? Well, it's a consumable that you can go ahead and utilize while you're flying. And of course, it is derived from all this honey on the rocks. Now this honey is south of the Scalastone Institute, and here is the Abyss Nexus. Here's the Institute itself. You can jump off there and just fly around, and you'll find all of this rock honey. You will walk out with well over 350 pieces if you mine all of it. And of course, the next thing that we're going to show you in order to go ahead and make another recipe, which is fruit punch, is going to be your barley. Now this location, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Okay, as you can see, we're located up here in the north, and this location is over here. It's north of the word Hernan. It's quite a ways, but it's very, very nice because there's barley everywhere alongside this river. As you can see here, we're going to go ahead and drop on down. You can also farm your tender meats from all of these bulls here. But there is barley located everywhere. Big patches like this. You can go ahead and run around and collect all of this. It does not belong to anyone. And of course, there's going to be camps that are along the way. But this barley is located here and located on the other side of this mountain as well. So this is a very good place that you can come and pick this. You only get 1 per pluck. I did bring a scythe here. It is a harvesting tool, but it does not work like that in the game right now. The best thing that you can do is get a Nature's Blessing +3, and that'll give you 30%. If you can get at least 3 of those, then you'll give yourself a 190% chance to pick double the barley or any other vegetable berry that you might come across in your travels. But this is basically where you find all of your groceries. So, like I said, we have many of the different crates that are found around the world. Alright guys, it's also important to note that you can always go to your local grocers and make sure that you're buying all of their barley
What's it you're after?
as well as water. So we got 11 water here. Cooking oil, hugely important for more of the important recipes down the road. Barley, you can buy beans. Beans are a good substitute for barley. And eggs. We don't really want to buy the milk, coral mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, wheat, or anything like that because we're not going to be utilizing it. Sugar and salt, you can purchase those. They're good for like pickling and making the fruit recipes, but they're not that strong in terms of healing power, and you're going to have to use a lot of them when you do. So I don't really pick them up anymore, but in the past I did. So my grocer shopping list is water, cooking oil, barley, eggs, and the other grains. We can go ahead and pick up the beans as well. On another side note, before we go ahead and open up another chest to showcase that there is going to be some sort of egg, we also have these pots here. You can break them with your drill, and of course you can collect all the potatoes. You'll get plenty of potatoes this way. There's at least like quite a few actually. You'll get some gunpowder, lubricant, and some other stuff that you can go ahead and utilize, as well as some of these here. We take the harvest stack, you get 3 parsley. There's another parsley that's sitting right there, but these little locations will go ahead and give you some of that. Sometimes you're going to see stacked jars. Those stacked jars, if you break them, they'll also give you water, so that's a good way to go ahead and make sure that you do pay attention to those. And if we break this, we can see that we got a couple of waters in here as well. Okay guys, that brings us to our last subject here, which is vegetables in the wild. So as you can tell from any high point of vantage, you're going to see a lot of these patches all over the place. There's one patch right there, there's another patch over there. Now these patches can either be raw vegetables or they can be berries, either or. You're going to find patches of flowers as well, and of course you're going to find a bunch of different root vegetables that are out there too. So these are all going to be accessible via patches. They went ahead and painted them onto the surface, especially in wide open fields, so that you can better distinguish where they're at and go ahead and collect them. Sweet potatoes are a good substitute instead of getting those little jars that you saw earlier. But with that guys, this is effectively everything that you need to know about getting groceries in the game. There are some houses that you can access in order to get buckets of eggs, but you only get like 3 or 4 at a time versus the massive amount that you can get from those found in those platform camps. The platform camps do have a long respawn timer and it's unpredictable, but one of the recommended things to do is to teleport into the abyss. And as you can see here, we can go ahead and choose all the way up north, teleport to one of the abyss points over here, and of course allow this region to reset. That should ensure that within 48 minutes, usually one in-game day, that these spots should respawn and be able to be looted over again. So with that guys, please like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you all in the next one. Have a good night. Bye bye.